Hugh Jackman's ex-wife? Also, Justin Baldoni's awkward hug with Britney Spears resurfacing.
The Hollywood rumor mill is churning once again, and this time it's Blake Lively at the center of a storm that's rocking Tinseltown to its core. Just when you thought the drama surrounding her had finally settled, a fresh wave of jaw-dropping allegations has emerged, pulling Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni, and even Taylor Swift into the fray. The latest twist? Claims that Blake Lively didn't just meddle in the production of Deadpool and Wolverine, she might have sabotaged it entirely. Buckle up, because this saga is wilder than anything you'd see in a superhero flick, and it's far from over. Let's start with the basics. Deadpool and Wolverine was one of the most anticipated superhero movies of the year, a dream pairing of Ryan Reynolds' irreverent Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's iconic Wolverine. Fans have been clamoring for this crossover for years, and with Reynolds and Jackman both heavily invested in the project, it seemed like a surefire hit. But according to recent reports, things behind the scenes were anything but smooth, and Blake Lively, Reynolds' wife, might be the reason why. Hugh Jackman has allegedly come forward with claims that Lively overstepped her bounds, taking control of the production in ways that left him blindsided and furious. The internet is ablaze with speculation, and Hollywood insiders are whispering that Blake and Ryan's golden couple status might be tarnished for good. It all began innocently enough, or so it seemed. Back when Deadpool and Wolverine was filming, Blake Lively posted a photo from the set that sent fans into a frenzy. In the snap, she's wearing Deadpool's signature red suit, planting a kiss on her husband, Ryan Reynolds, who stars as the Merc with a mouth. At first, it looked like a cute behind-the-scenes moment, maybe even a hint at a surprise cameo as Lady Deadpool. Social media lit up with theories. Was Blake stepping into the Marvel Universe? Had she nabbed a secret role? But what started as playful speculation quickly snowballed into something far more serious. Sources close to the production now claim that Blake didn't just drop by for a quick visit, she took over. Whispers from the set suggest that Blake was deeply involved in creative decisions, offering suggestions, influencing the script, and even shaping the film's ending. Yes, you read that right. Blake Lively, an actress with no official producing, writing, or directing credits on the movie, reportedly had a hand in steering one of Marvel's biggest projects. Insiders say her ideas were so persuasive that the director implemented changes based on her input. For some, this might sound like a supportive spouse lending a creative eye, but for Hugh Jackman, it was a betrayal. Sources claim he was stunned by how much control Blake wielded, and he's not staying quiet about it. His comments have only fueled the fire, hinting at tensions so severe they threaten to derail the entire film. So how could Blake Lively, who wasn't even officially part of the crew, pull this off? The answer lies in her connection to Ryan Reynolds. As his wife, she had unparalleled access to the production. Reynolds isn't just the star of Deadpool and Wolverine, he's also a producer with significant sway over the project. Being married to him would naturally put Blake in the room for key conversations, giving her a front row seat to decisions about the film's direction. Some argue this is just a case of a power couple working together, but others see it as Blake overstepping her role, using her influence to impose her vision on a movie that wasn't hers to control. Then there's the Lady Deadpool angle, which only deepens the mystery. Leaked set photos revealed a female Deadpool character who bore a striking resemblance to Blake Lively. Fans pointed out her flawless appearance. Fresh off having a baby, she still looked superhero-ready, which only added to the buzz. Did she secure herself a cameo, or did she demand a spot in the film? The speculation reached a fever pitch when Hugh Jackman addressed the rumors, but instead of shutting them down, he dodged the question in a way that raised more eyebrows. When asked about the original Deadpool leak years ago, he quipped, "Great question. Pass. Why bring that up now? What does he know?" His cryptic response has left everyone wondering if he's hinting at a bigger story, one that ties Blake's involvement to the chaos behind the scenes. This isn't the first time Blake Lively has been accused of overreaching on a set. To understand the full scope of this drama, we need to look at her history, starting with It Ends With Us, the romantic drama directed by Justin Baldoni. Baldoni, who also secured the rights and produced the film, initially praised Blake's creative input, calling her a genius who elevated every aspect of the project. But behind closed doors, a different story was unfolding. Reports allege that Blake hijacked the production, pushing Baldoni out of his own movie to the point where he didn't even get final say on the edit. By the premiere, he was sidelined while Blake basked in the spotlight, acting as though she'd single-handedly brought the film to life. The fallout from It Ends With Us has since exploded into a $400 million lawsuit, with Baldoni accusing Blake of defamation, civil extortion, and breach of contract. Leaked messages paint a damning picture. Blake allegedly referred to Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift as her personal dragons, as if they were weapons in her arsenal against Baldoni. She's accused of leaking private texts to smear his reputation, then demanding access to his phone records to cover her tracks. Meanwhile, Ryan reportedly joined the fray, bullying Baldoni behind the scenes and lacing Deadpool and Wolverine with subtle jabs at him, 18 specific scenes, to be exact, that mock everything from Baldoni's wardrobe control to his personal brand of self-help. Take one scene in Deadpool and Wolverine where Deadpool gets excessive attention from a costume designer. On its own, it's a throwaway gag, but insiders say it's a dig at Blake forcing Baldoni to ship It Ends With Us wardrobe to her house for personal approval. Another moment has Deadpool joking about a deranged predator harassing a woman with no intimacy coordinator, a direct reference to Blake's lawsuit claims against Baldoni, which alleged he made her redo kissing scenes without proper oversight. Yet evidence shows an intimacy coordinator was present, and the scenes in question followed standard guidelines. Ryan's sarcasm drips through every line, turning real-life disputes into Hollywood pettiness. The Taylor Swift connection only complicates things further. Swift initially backed Blake, lending her star power to bolster her friend's narrative. But when the personal dragons comment surfaced, cracks formed. Rumors now swirl that Taylor feels used, distancing herself from Blake to avoid the legal mess. She's nobody's dragon, a source close to Swift reportedly said, signaling a rift that's left Blake's A-list support crumbling. Even Ryan, her steadfast husband, is said to be uneasy with how far this has gone, though his own role in the Baldoni takedown suggests he's not entirely innocent. Blake's past offers more context. On Gossip Girl, she allegedly turned the cast against co-star Penn Badgley, making his life miserable when she couldn't get him fired. Years later, Badgley and Baldoni, now allies through shared faith and charity work, stand united against her, a quiet rebuke to her alleged manipulations. Penn doesn't even follow Blake on social media anymore, but he does follow Justin, a subtle but telling sign of where loyalties lie. So where does Hugh Jackman fit into all this? His frustration seems rooted in the idea that Deadpool and Wolverine, his big Marvel return, was hijacked by Blake's interference. If she could push Baldoni out of It Ends With Us and wield influence over her husband's film, it's not a stretch to believe she overstepped here too. Jackman's comments suggest he feels betrayed, not just by Blake, but by the entire process that let her take the reins. The movie still hit theaters, but the behind-the-scenes chaos has left a bitter taste, with some fans blaming its shortcomings on the drama. Public opinion is split. Some see Blake as a savvy player using her connections to shape projects she cares about. Others view her as a manipulator who cries victim when challenged, a pattern seen from Gossip Girl to It Ends With Us to Deadpool and Wolverine. The lawsuit with Baldoni will likely reveal more, with his team promising to release private conversations that could expose her tactics. For now, Hollywood is watching closely, and Blake's once pristine reputation hangs in the balance. As for Ryan Reynolds, his role in this can't be ignored. Those 18 Deadpool jabs at Baldoni weren't accidents. They were calculated, filmed after the legal battle heated up. From mocking Justin's looks to his self-help persona, Ryan turned the movie into a weapon, amplifying Blake's narrative. Yet as the backlash grows, even he might be rethinking the cost of this petty revenge. What do you think? Did Blake sabotage Deadpool and Wolverine, or is this just another overhyped Hollywood scandal? Will Hugh Jackman forgive the Reynolds duo, or has the damage been done? The drama is still unfolding, and with lawsuits, leaked texts, and shifting alliances, the truth is bound to come out eventually. Until then, this twisted tale of power, betrayal, and superhero suits is keeping us all on the edge of our seats.